I didn't want to make this video. I gotta be real. This is the equivalent. This is like, well, this is worse than most Bellator cards, to be honest with you. Dana White is literally turning into everything that he said that he's against. If you told Dana White like back in like 2019, 2018 that you'd be making these type of cards on the fight nights, he'd laugh and say, I'd never do that. Absolute fucking joke of a card. So I just wanted to start this video by saying that. And if you're new, please like and subscribe. I appreciate that. As you can tell, straight from the get-go, I'm Keep It Real MMA I call myself Keep It Real MMA for a reason. This is an embarrassment of a card, and I know it's a fight night, but still. And the next one's an embarrassment as well. Krylov and Spahan. You know what I'm saying? You know, just pump and dump the fucking fight night Apex is out. This fucking bullshit, but yeah, it is what it is. So anyway, if you're new here, when I make these type of videos, I go from the first fight in the prelims all the way up to the main event. I give my thoughts, reaction, I give breakdowns, I give some betting tips, I guess. And yeah, I just go from there. So yeah. Anyway, first fight on the card. Clayton Carpenter versus Juan Camilo Ronderos. I'm going to go with Clayton Carpenter. I just think that he's the better prospect. I think he's more talented, and I like the way that he fights. I got to be honest with you. He's picked up some pretty impressive wins. Obviously, they both haven't fought like the best competition in the world. I get Clayton I'll get his record up top already. His nickname's Concrete. Nice. But yeah, he's 6-0, beat the 8-3 guy, 5-2, 3-1. Guy making his debut 1-3, 1-2. So he ain't like, at least he ain't fighting like all negative record guys. Juan Camilo, it's just trash. I think Clayton Carpenter's going to get a third round TKO. I think he's going to wear him down as the fight goes on, and I just think that he's the quicker, better fighter, and yeah, that's why I see it going. Not much to say on that fight, so yeah. Next fight on the card. No odds on that fight, by the way. Next fight on the card. AJ Fletcher versus Themba Gorimbo. So it's a little bit of a toss-up, but I'm going to go with AJ Fletcher, man. I mean, he's young. Surely this time he's going to learn from his mistakes, because like obviously when you've seen the fight against Andrade, he made the same mistake in his first fight, gasses himself out, goes for the finish, and just ends up losing the fight. He did well against Andrews in the first round. Like I said, like he went for it, landed great shots, and he's actually pretty good. He's athletic, he's powerful, and he's very fast. But the problem is he gasses out so quickly. But I feel like he's going to work on his conditioning. I feel like he's going to learn how to pace himself, and I just don't think Themba's good enough to be in the UFC, to be honest with you. I just think that AJ Fletcher's got this in the bag. He should have it in the bag. I mean, he's quite a bit shorter with a shorter reach, but I feel like he'll get in on the inside and land the shots that he needs to. Because at the end of the day, man, he's got to learn from his lessons. And if he loses this fight, man, then I honestly don't know what to say. Like at that point, I'm just like, yeah, I'll never pick you ever again if he loses the Themba, man. But like, yeah, that's what I see AJ Fletcher doing, man. I mean, no harm having a close fight with Angelusa, man, I guess. And yeah, he's definitely worked on his condition. Obviously, he has Dustin Poirier helping him out, so hopefully, you know, that he fixes up the mistakes that he makes and learns how to pace himself, because obviously he's young, man. He's gonna get into these scraps, but yeah, hopefully that he learns from that, and yeah, if he does that, I can see him banking a win. I can see him banking a 29-28 decision. So yeah. Next fight on the card, Ovin St. Peru versus Felipe Lins. Ovin St. Peru is a +190 underdog. Felipe Lins is a -225 favorite. Oh, this fucking thing, man. I'm gonna go with Felipe Lins. Ovin St. Peru's just a little soy boy at this point. He's old and he's slow. I mean, you're taking Shogun Rua to a split decision, and don't get me wrong, he clearly won the fight. He should have been unanimous, but it's like you couldn't even press the brakes on him. You couldn't even press the gas on him. I know. Sorry, I fucking yawn all the time when I talk for a long time, but yeah, you couldn't even press the gas on him, and you couldn't even finish him. Couldn't do nothing to him. only just land the slightly better shots to get a clear decision. Felipe Lins, man, I mean, he hasn't lost to the worst opponents in the world. I mean, and at the end of the day, man, he's 15-5, decent record. He's definitely on the sauce, and he's 37 years old. Definitely on the fucking sauce. But I mean, he's had 8 cancelled bouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 actually. Fuck. But yeah, obviously, I mean, he's lost to Andre Arlovsky, Tanner Boza, beat Marcin Prach, who's on this card, funny enough. So, you know what I mean? He got a couple of Bellator wins. Obviously lost to Vadim Nemkov. I just feel like he's got it in the bag, to be honest with you. I just think that he's gonna land the shots, and I think with the power of the roids, I think he's gonna land straight on Vince's OSP's chin and just put him out. Vince Pro, like I said, he's slow and he just doesn't seem to have any explosivity anymore, and he's just fine with getting the shit beat out of him like a soy boy. So I'm gonna go with Felipe Lins by second round TKO. So yeah. Next fight on the card, Jamal Emmers versus Kushain Ashkabov. I'm going to go with Kushain Ashkabov. He's 23-0. I know he hasn't faced the best competition like Jamal Emmers has faced very good competition. Obviously, he has a win over Corey Sandhagen, which is strange. Actually, I'll look at Jamal Emmers' record now. Jamal Emmers... 18-6. I mean, you got a decent record. Yeah, obviously he lost to Pat Sabatini. He dropped Pat Sabatini, which doesn't mean anything anymore because Pat Sabatini got finished by Damon fucking Jackson of all people. So it shows how chinny he is. He beat Vince Cachero, looked terrible in that fight. Took Giga Jackedze to a split decision. Beat Rafael Barbosa, Jay Cancelo, Chai Machado. In decent promotions, PFL, LFA in one of them, sorry. So, it's one of those things where he has decent wins, but then at the same time, he just... do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, he has a win over Alexander Hernandez? Yeah, he has a win over Alexander Hernandez, so, at the end of the day, it's one of those things where it's like, he has decent wins, but it's just... Like, he's so inconsistent. I think Kushain Ashkabov's just going to push the pace, land the shots that he needs to. He trains with Tiger Muay Thai. He switches between that and American Top Team, I believe. I think he's just going to be able to out-wrestle and just outstrike Emmers as the fight goes on. I feel like he'll pick himself up at 29-28, where maybe he loses the first round. Because Jamal Emmers is kind of like a Michael Johnson, man. He's a bit sporadic, bit inconsistent. So, yeah. I got Kushain Ashkabov by 29-28 decision. I think it's a close fight for the first round, especially. No odds on that fight. Next fight on the card, Lena Landsberg versus Mayra Bueno Silva. Lena Landsberg's a plus 350 underdog. Mayra Bueno Silva's a minus 435 favourite. I'm going to go with the big favourite, Maria. I don't even say it, Mayra. I'm going to say Mayra Bueno Silva. She's got... Like, I just can't trust Lena Landsberg at 40 years old to put up a fight. Like, there's a reason why she's a big underdog. Oh my fucking god. If I see this one more time, I swear down. But yeah, I just can't trust her, even with, like, she's at a reach disadvantage and she's at a grappling disadvantage. I just don't see her putting up a fight at 40 years old against Mayra Bueno Silva. I just don't see it. I think Mayra's gonna just press the pace on her and just eventually get her down and submit her. I feel like it's going to be an armbar in the third round. I could see it happening. And Mayra Bueno Silva, she's decent on the feet. She's improving. Obviously, she ain't the youngest either. She's like 31, but still at bantamweight, that's not bad considering how trash the women's divisions are, except for strawweight. So, yeah, I could see her getting an armbar, potentially. I think there's a good potential there. So, yeah, I'll say third round armbar by Mayra Bueno Silva and easily winning the first 2 rounds. Last fight of the prelims, Nazim Sadikov versus Evan Elder. No odds on this fight. I'm going to go with Nazim Sadikov. I like both of them. They're good prospects, but I just feel like Nazim just is a bit more impressive. He's a bit more impressive, and he showed more dominance in his fights leading up, and obviously like they haven't got experience in UFC, so it's one of those things where who looks the most dominant against who. And Evan Elder, man, like I'll even get his record up now. He's just not, like, he's 7-1. You know what I mean? Good record, but like, you know, he lost to Preston Parsons. You know what I mean? He's beaten 9-16 Marcus Androsa by 3rd round TKO. Taking a 6-6 CJ Hunter to a unanimous decision. Taking Keegan Genrich to a 2-1 decision. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where it's like Nazim's finishing better opponents in the 3rd round, better record opponents. He's finishing more people. He looks more crisp. He looks like more well-rounded. So they're both 7-1. And they both fight for 10. Evan Elder with a 3-inch reach advantage, but I gotta go with Nazim Sadikov. I'm gonna go with him by 29-28 decision. I just think that he's more dominant. He's shown more prowess in his dominance and beating better opponents at doing it, while doing this. So I'm gonna go with Nazim Sadikov by 29-28 unanimous decision. First fight of the main card: Jim Miller versus Alexander Hernandez. Whoa, these odds. Jim Miller's a +195 underdog. Alexander Hernandez is a -230 favorite. Right, that's interesting, man. That is interesting. Obviously, Alexander Hernandez an inch taller, an inch reach advantage. Oh, this is odd because Hernandez 2 months ago took so much damage against what's his name? Took so much damage against Billy Quarantillo, and I know he was down a weight class, but that was 2 months ago, man. Like, I mean, the concussions can still be there. Obviously, Hernandez got, like, people are gonna say, oh well, MMA math, because obviously Cerrone beat Hernandez, Jim Miller beat Cerrone in the rematch, but it's a different Cerrone, man. Cerrone was still almost in his prime when he beat Hernandez, so you could get that straight out of your mouth. But Hernandez is quicker, man, and he's got 1 round in him. That's the key thing about Hernandez. He's got 1 round. He's a 1-round man. But that 1 round is fucking dangerous, man. He can really put your lights out. I mean, when he KO'd Dariush was crazy. And yes, this man actually KO'd Dariush, for those who don't know. But Jim Miller's got power in his hands, man, and he's got good cardio, and he's very good at surviving. He's a fucking veteran. And Hernandez is taking this on very short notice, man, so his cardio's going to be even fucking worse. I'm going to go with Jim Miller. I'm going to go with the underdog in Jim Miller. I think it's going to be a 2nd round TKO. And Hernandez doesn't have the best chin either. I'm gonna go with Jim Miller with a 2nd round TKO. He's got a decent chin, even at his age. Really good power. Good at surviving, and he's got better cardio. And Hernandez taking this on short notice. I don't know why the odds are like this, and maybe Hernandez proves me wrong. I don't know, but silly odds. I got Jim Miller by 2nd round TKO. This card is so pathetic. Next fight on the card. William Knight versus Marcin Prachnio. This is a pick'ems fight. I'm going to go with William Knight. Prachnio is pretty good, but he's chinny. And he's really fucking chinny. And William Knight's got a decent chin at light heavyweight. I just think with the power of Gyno invested in William Knight, I just feel like he's going to catch Prachnio on the chin, man, in the 2nd round. William Knight's got better cardio than you can imagine. He could take shots better than you think. I know we got KO'd by Devin Clark, but it is what it is. But I genuinely think William Knight's got this. I think William Knight's good enough. I feel like you'll get a 2nd round KO over Marcin Prachnio. Prachnio's just chilly, man. Fuck, man. But yeah, he's really chinny. And he's got a good record. He's decent all around. But I got William Knight, man. He's got good takedown defense. He's very good at defensively striking. He's very good at landing on the chin. I got William Knight by 2nd round KO. It's hard. It's a hard fight to call, but I got to go with William Knight, man. I have to. I have to go with William Knight, man. Next fight on the card, no odds on this. Josh Parisian versus Jamal Puiguez. Puiguez. I'm going to go with Jamal Puiguez. Josh Parisian KO'd in 3 of his last 6 fights, I believe. And Jamal Puiguez, man, he's a fat mess. But he's a fat, ugly cunt. But to be honest with him, man, I just feel like his boxing is pretty crisp. He's good at landing shots. And I just feel like Josh Parisian's chin's completely expired. He's very good, like I said, he's very good all around, but he's not going to grapple. And even if he does, Jamal's decent. And I just feel like Jamal's going to land on the chin. I just feel like Parisian's not going to be able to take the shots and take the crisp boxing of Jamal Puiguez. They're both embarrassments, but this is the heavyweight division outside the rankings. So I'm going to go with Jamal Puiguez by first round KO. I think he's just going to land on his chin. I really think he is. Like Josh Parisian, right? He's one of those guys that, like, you land on him, he's going down. And I know that's heavyweight in general, but, like, he really go down. You know what I'm saying? Like, was it? Yeah, he lost to Parker Porter by unanimous decision, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got KO'd on the Ultimate Fighter by Mikel Batista. Got KO'd by Tony Lopez. And got TKO'd by Dontel Mays. So, you know, he's been KO'd 3 times. And, yeah, sorry, not 3 of his last 6 fights. He's coming off a win against Alan Badeau. But he still can't take a shot. He's been KO'd 3 times. I think Jamal Puiguez is going to land on him straight on the chin. So, yeah. Second round. No, first round, sorry. Next fight on the card, Jordan Wright versus Zach Puerga. Jordan Wright's a plus 230 underdog. Zach Puerga's a minus 275 favourite. Feel bad for Zach Puerga. He had to get knocked out by a fucking steroid-munching cunt. But, yeah, I'm going to go with him. Jordan Wright, very articulate guy, very smart, kind of like a Michael Chandler, but when he fights like a fucking retard. Like Chandler, he's basically the middleweight Chandler, but he's moving up the light heavyweight to fight Zach Puerga, man. And I think Zach Puerga's very slick. He's very fast. He was winning the fight against the Royd Muncher before he got knocked out. He was doing very well. He still has a decent chin, but like I said, that Royd Muncher power is different. But Jordan Wright is very fast. He's very good, but he has a round of fighting him. But the thing is, he might have decent cardio in this fight. But the problem is that, well, the biggest problem with him is that. Is that he doesn't make the correct decisions, and he's going to be smaller. He doesn't make the correct decisions. He gasses out very quickly, and he makes the wrong decisions, and he's smaller. He's smaller than Zach Puerga, man. And I think I said decisions twice, but it is what it is. But I'll say it again. Smaller. Doesn't make good decisions. Gasses out quick. Like I said, maybe he has good cardio at light heavyweight, but I severely doubt this. So I'm going to go with Zach Puerga by 3rd round TKO. I think Jordan Wright's just gonna gas himself out, and I think Zach Puerga, like Jordan Wright is very gonna be faster, but like I said, Zach Puerga is very slick with his striking, and you know what I mean, don't let it distract you from the fact that he still has a decent chin. So you know what I mean, like I said, the Royd Muncher power is different. So I got the HGH Royd Muncher power. But yeah, I got Zach Puerga by 3rd round TKO. I think it's just Jordan Wright panic shooting, going down, and just Zach Puerga just hammering away until the fight's over. So yeah, after pressing him for 2 rounds. Next fight on the card, Jessica Andrade versus Erin Blanchfield. No odds on this. I'm going with Jessica Andrade. Now, like, Erin Blanchfield, you know what I mean? She looks very, what the fuck is this doing, man? Okay, so I can't view this. Okay, I can't view their stats because yeah, UFC said so. But I'll try it again. There we go. Right. UFC website just having extra chromosomes a minute. There we go. Right, yeah. Like Blanchfield looks. You know what I mean? Like obviously Blanchfield is taller. 3 inches taller with 4-inch reach advantage, but she's not as defensively sound. And you have to be defensively sound on the feet against a person like Jessica Andrade, who swings like a man. Now, you look at most flyweights and bantamweights, featherweights, or fucking featherweights, but they're all trash, and they can't hurt each other. But you look at someone like Jessica Andrade, she swings like a man, whether she's at bantamweight, flyweight, strawweight, she can hurt you easily with her hands. And I feel like she can hurt Erin Blanchfield very badly. And I feel like Erin Blanchfield only looks very good because she's versing people like Molly McCann. Like Molly McCann, she can't grapple. And that's proven. It's been proven time and time again. Like Taylor Santos out-grappled her for the entire fight. Erin Blanchfield hasn't come up against somebody who is very defensively solid in the grappling and can grapple back. And is very fucking strong. And I just feel like Jessica Andrade just got it in the bag, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know she's taking on short notice, but she has good cardio. She's very powerful with her hands, like I said. She swings like a man. I just don't see Erin Blanchfield really doing much to her. Erin Blanchfield, out-grappled Miranda Maverick, but is Miranda Maverick, like, she's not on that level yet. So I'm going to go with Jessica Andrade by 3rd round TKO. That's where I see it happening. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good shit. As you can tell, I keep real MMA if you're new. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. This is Keep It Real MMA. This is a joke of a card. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.